before I summarize Second Kings 3, I've recorded this several times because even as I'm talking through it, I am confusing myself. So I'm just going to give this one more good try. Uh, but there is a translation error, or I'm not sure why this is not very clear. But we have two separate people, Jehoram and Joram. I believe I have this record correct, that Jehoram is the king of Judah and Joram is the king of Israel. I'm going to show you why. But the reason why this needs to be addressed is because it's coming up again. And I've read chapter 8. It comes up again in chapter 8. We've seen it in chapter 1, and we're going to see it here in verse 6, and actually at the beginning of this chapter. So here we have Jehoram, the son of Ahab. Okay, but when you click on it, you see we have Joram, son of Ahab, Jehoram, son of Ahab, Joram, son of Ahab, Ahab's son Joram. Okay, so this is used interchangeably, or there's a problem with this, how we're agreeing on who the son of Ahab is. When we look here, 1 Kings 22:50, we see Jehoshaphat, who is king of Judah, he dies. Jehoram reigns in his place. So this doesn't make sense that when we're in chapter 3 and we're talking about the king of Israel, Jehoram, the king of Israel, that wouldn't make sense because Jehoram is the king of Judah. So but we even see this here. Jehoshaphat, rested Jehoshaphat with his fathers and was buried with his fathers and reigned Joram. So on this source, 1 Kings 22, this source is saying that Joram is actually the king of Judah and not Jehoram. But for all of these translations to be different, this one, okay, for all these translations to be different, there has to be some sort of discrepancy or some sort of miscommunication for some sources to say Jehoram, some to say Joram. Now, ultimately, it's up to the reader what they believe, but this is just something I wanted to point out because it's something that I was stuck on when I was reading. So we even see this in the interlinear, and this is so important because this is the closest version that we have to the original Bible. We look here, 1 Kings 22:40. After Ahab, his son Azahiah reigned in his place. We see this here again. The interlinear, 1 Kings 22:40. Ahab, his son Azahiah. Okay? When you look here, this is 2 Kings 1:17. So Azahiah dies, but since Azahiah doesn't have a son, his brother Joram becomes king. Now in the King James, it says, and Jehoram reigned in his stead. This doesn't make sense to me. This is when I first noticed it because this doesn't make sense. But when we look here at the original
2 Kings chapter 2
source,
we learn
Jehoram
in verse 1 that God intends to take Elijah by whirlwind.
This is
he
saying
travels
that
with Elisha
Jehoram
to 3 locations,
again
though Elijah
is,
suggests that he leave. The sons of prophets in Bethel and
King,
Jericho confirm that
king of
Elijah will
Israel.
be taken.
So
Elijah
Azahiah
crossed the
died,
Jordan, walks with Elisha, and manifests healing of the land and waters.
and Jehoram became
After
king
Elijah
in his
is
place.
taken, a group of children
in the
tease
second year
Elisha
of
for his
Joram.
bald head. Elisha
So
curses the children,
I could have
and
this
2
incorrect,
female bears
but
tear 42 children
I really
apart.
think I have it correct.
The current
So
chapter, 2
we come
Kings
here
3.
to
The nation of Moab has been producing
chapter
livestock
8.
for Israel. They stop after
2
King
Kings
Ahab
chapter
dies.
8, verse
King
21.
Jehoram we're going to find out his name is actually
So
Joram,
here we have
bands with King Jehoshaphat of Judah and the unnamed king of Edom. They get advice from
Judah, the
Elisha, who
territory
says
of
they will be
Judah. They have
successful against
control
Moab.
over two other
Israel
territories,
slaughters Moab
Edom
and destroys
and
their
Libnah,
land. The king of
and they
Moab
lose
sacrifices
control
his son, which
in this
incites
chapter.
wrath against Israel. Israel then returns home.
Do you see how there's another this discrepancy again? Joram, Jehoram, Joram, Jehoram. And see again how this same source is now saying Jehoram, he's reigning in Judah. I thought you just said Jehoram succeeds Ahaziah of Israel. But now the same source is saying Jehoram is reigning in Judah. Then also, when we look at this same source, verse 16, year 5 of Joram, son of Ahab, king of Israel. This is why I think I have it correct, that Joram is the king of Israel. Jehoram is the king of Judah. I hope that makes sense because it took me a long time to make it make sense to myself. So I just wanted to share that. And yes, now we will continue with the summary.